This handsome young man carrying ice blocks just turned 15 this year. Coming from a poor family, he dropped out of school early and made a living through manual labor. Wherever he went, people looked down on him. But nobody could have imagined that he would become a billionaire who shook America to its core. His fortune all started with this newspaper. The paper featured a story about a man named Andrew Carnegie, who had also dropped out of school early to make money. At age 12, Carnegie started delivering telegrams and endured the same contempt from wealthy kids. But eventually, he too became a billionaire. Reading this story, the boy swore he would also become a billionaire. When he got home, he showed his father the newspaper and declared, "I'm going to be a billionaire." His father's response was crushing. "Listen up, son. You'll never have money. You can only become one type of person, a lowlife. That's how my father taught me, so that's how I have to teach you." Listening to his father's senseless rambling, the boy remained silent. Looking at his gravely ill mother, he refused to live as pathetically as his father, unable even to afford medicine for his mom. He decided to venture out into the world because he knew that only by making money could he save his mother. What he didn't know was that this departure would mean never seeing his mother again. Without money for a train ticket, he had to sneak onto a departing train. When he woke up, he found himself in Texas. He jumped off before the train reached the station, feeling lost and unsure where to go. So he followed a couple of strangers to a small town. The town happened to have a ranch owner recruiting workers. To solve his food problem, the boy pushed his way to the front and eagerly recommended himself to the ranch owner. But the owner wanted someone strong and sturdy. So the boy immediately turned and lifted a fat guy nearby to prove his strength. This made the ranch owner laugh, and seeing his enthusiasm, he decided to hire him. At the ranch, the boy met his lifelong best friend, Gus, another down-and-out boy his age. Gus had been born into a wealthy ranching family, but due to the economic depression, he was forced to work for others just to put food on the table. His dream was to restore his family's legacy and become Texas's biggest ranch owner. These two young souls, both down on their luck and battle-scarred by fate, formed a bond and encouraged each other. In the evenings, watching the workers gather around playing cards, the boy fell into deep thought. He realized that if he only relied on working for wages, he'd never become a billionaire in his lifetime. He'd end up just like these people, wasting away his days in a meaningless days. So the boy approached the ranch owner and asked directly, "I want to know how to become as wealthy as you." The ranch owner told him that success required many things, but only by becoming the leader in your circle could you truly succeed. This statement was an awakening for the boy. He asked the ranch owner, "If we finish the work early, wouldn't that save you money?" The owner said yes. Then the boy proposed, "Tomorrow I can get the work done. How about you give me part of the money you save?" The ranch owner chuckled and replied, "I admire your spirit, but you can't pull it off." The young man simply said, "Just wait and see." The next morning, when the other workers groggily got up to start work, the boy was already gone. He had started working at 3 a.m. and had already figured out the entire workflow. Then he organized his co-workers into a division of labor system. One person dug holes, another handled installation, just like a factory assembly line. The ranch owner watched him from the sidelines with an appreciation